let's look at some facts about the line y equals mx plus b. We've covered quite a few of these already, but let's go ahead and sum them all up together and make sure that we've got all of our bases covered. So the y-intercept b tells us where the line crosses the y-axis. If the slope m is positive, so if our slope is greater than 0, the line climbs or grows. Right? It goes uphill as we look at the graph from left to right. If the slope m is negative, so if m is less than 0, the line falls as we look at it from left to right. So in other words, it goes downhill or decreases. The slope tells us how fast the line is growing or falling. Okay, we saw that up here when we were comparing these two that had positive slopes, that this one grows faster. And then the larger the value of the absolute value of m, so this is called the magnitude. Okay, so if you look at that number, the bigger it is, the steeper the graph. Okay, so one note about this, if I had my m was equal to -2 and I had an m equal to -1, if I take the absolute value of that, of each one of those, I either get a 2 or a 1. So the line with this slope is dropping off the fastest. Okay, so even though, so you can kind of think of this as this is a more negative number, so it's gonna fall, the graph will fall quicker. All right, so let's put this into practice. What I'd like you to do is turn the page and look at number 2. We've got 5 equations here, and we've got 5 lines, and I want you to see if you can match up which equation goes with which line. By these equations all have letters A through E, so just putting those letters here. Let's go ahead and take a second, pause the video, see how you do figuring that out. All right, so let's take a look at that and see if we kind of get to the same spot. All right, so the place that I like to start is by looking at the y-intercept. So I'm going to write down what these y-intercepts are. So I have a -30. So the y-intercept is always that number that doesn't have the x with it, so no x. This one is 60, this one is 60, this one is 20, and this one is 20. Okay, so I have 2 doubles here. These 2 are doubles, and this one is by itself. So I should be able to find this guy. I'm going to guess, just based on knowing what these numbers are here, that this is probably the 20, this is the 60, and this would make sense as the -30. Okay, so this is going to be line H. So line H goes with the letter C. All right, and then I have 2 lines that go with the y-intercept of 20. So now I'm going to look at the slope. So here my slope is 2, and here my slope is 4. So the slope here is going to be growing the fastest. So of these 2, A looks like it's growing the fastest. So that'll match up with this one. And B is not growing as fast, so that'll go here. And then that just leaves me with these 2 that have 60. Now both of these have a negative slope. So my slope here is -2, and the slope on this one is a -1. So there's no number in front of that x, it's just a 1. What I want to look at is this absolute value here, because it's going to tell me which one is dropping the fastest. All right, so this one is dropping the fastest. So here are my 2 lines that start at 60, so it's either going to be D or E. E is dropping much faster than D is. So E is going to go here, and D will go there. All right, so I hope that kind of matches up what you got, and if not, I hope that that explanation kind of gives you some insight into how to tackle those kinds of problems.